Hi, it's me, Brooks. Welcome to Heal This. I am thrilled to introduce you to Dr. Ebru. She is an internationally respected expert in immunology and molecular medicine with more than 25 years of research focused on hormonal immunity, chronic inflammation, and skin health. She's also a certified health and wellness coach and super excited about this. She is the founder of AveSeena, the first skincare brand specifically created to target inflammaging, the low grade chronic inflammation that speeds up aging and throws off the skin's balance. Dr. Ebru is a beautiful soul inside and out. She talks to us about the mind body soul connection, about inflammation, about healing, and the skin, of course. So I hope you'll stay tuned and listen to the podcast today. Thank you. Hi, welcome, Dr. Ebru. It's so nice to meet you and have you here. And thank you so much for your time. I appreciate you. Thank
Oh,
you for being
Brooks,
here.
it's amazing to be here. Thank you for having me. Such an honor.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you. So, you have a background in medical science, for a lack of a better term. And I wanted to know what is inspired your journey from science into beauty.
Sure. Well, it was pretty personal, let's say. It
Mm-hmm.
started with severe acne and a lot of stress during my PhD. So, when I was doing my PhD, my skin was going really, really bad. My acne was becoming cystic acne, and that was quite painful. I could actually feel it on my chin. And at one point, my mom is a pathologist. So I was like, Mom, am I having like tumors and whatnot? So she was like, Nope, you're too stressed. So after years in the lab studying also how estrogen influences the immune functions, how it regulates inflammation, and finding myself battling chronic breakouts, inflamed skin, and zero patience to products that overpromised and underperformed, I started moving into the skincare realm and the wellness space because what these spaces lack is the scientific understanding. And, seeing your skin going through all the stress and becoming the battleground when your immune system is trying to fight the stress, it's eye opening. So, when you connect the dots, the immune system, the stress, the inflammation, and how it's mirroring out on the skin, and how it was like affecting my mental status, my confidence. Even when you're too stressed, you can't heal properly, right? So
Right.
combining all that reveals a language to me that most of us don't understand. And I
That's true.
realized it's like, okay, all of this is connected. So I had to translate this science into real world solutions. So I was too tired of the pain and the aggravation and the fatigue. And that's how we come up with our brand of AveSeena and ground it in all this science, but create it with the heart and natural
Yes.
intelligence.
Yes. That's so beautiful. And most people don't understand that our skin is our largest organ. It's the first thing that people see, and it can really be really hard on our self-esteem if it's not, and it's hard to heal and to progress if we're just struggling with our skin. So I love that not only was it personal for you, but also there's science behind it, and I love that. Oh well, okay. So we've used this word, inflammaging. So what is it? You say it. You tell me what it is and what it means.
Sure. So, first of all, I want to make a little introduction there. So, we talk about inflammation these days a lot, and
Mhm.
unfortunately, it has become the villain. However, we need to make this distinction. Without the inflammation, we wouldn't be alive. So, it's the acute inflammation that's good for us. It protects us against the bugs, it speeds up the healing process. We need acute inflammation. What is bad is the chronic inflammation, which is leaving your car on, it's constantly working, and cannot shut off. and also inflammaging, which sounds like a sci-fi villain, but it's a very real and a sneaky biological process,
Sure.
different than the chronic inflammation, which is, let's say, a little bit louder version of inflammaging. So inflammaging is a combination of two words, inflammation plus aging, and here's why. Inflammation is the chronic micrograde inflammation that creeps in as we age or as we go through lifestyle choices and we're stressed, that pushes the premature aging. So, unlike
Okay.
acute inflammation, which is your body's firefighter against any injury or infection, the inflammaging smolders very quietly beneath the surface. It's always there. Okay. So in the
Yes.
body, it's linked to everything. Inflammation can lead to heart disease, to several autoimmune conditions. However, on the skin, think like dullness, redness, hypersensitivity, and
Mm-hmm.
fine lines, premature fine lines that show up uninvited. And
Sure.
in a general sense, your skin is more reactive than it used to be. So it's not about the anti aging, it's about recognizing the silent condition, and help your skin, because in a way it's your skin talking to you, hey, I have this problem, can you help me? I'm having redness, I'm having dullness, can you help me?
Mm-hmm.
So it's good to listen to yourself and your body so you can heal properly.
For sure. For sure. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about the mind body soul connection and
Sure.
especially how it relates to the skin and overall wellness. Can you
Yeah.
speak to that for a little
Oh,
while?
definitely, definitely.
Okay.
So, for the longest time, we have ignored this connection, unfortunately. And this is where the skin meets the soul. And I love this part because
Yes,
science and soul and skin, they're all together, right?
that's right.
So let's talk about the skin. Skin is not just your barrier, it's your mirror, it's your communicator, it's even your memory keeper because it remembers. If it encountered a certain allergen before, it will remember it again. So it has its own memory. So, as you said, the skin is the body's largest organ, and it's also the most expressive one. It is
Hmm.
constantly listening and eavesdropping on the conversations that are happening between your brain, your hormones, your nervous system, your immune cells, because everything in your body talks, right?
Hmm.
So, and we know the brain and the skin axis is real. For example, when you are stressed,
Hmm.
cortisol, which is your stress hormone, can lead to thinning of the skin. It can suppress the immune defenses. It can increase the skin barrier dysfunctions. For example, neurotransmitters can heighten the skin sensitivity that's produced in your brain. And
Right.
even in your gut microbiome can affect the skin inflammation and acne flares. So when we talk about the mind, body, and soul connection, everything is connected. So you're
Okay.
stressed, your mind, it reflects on your body, and on your soul, it pressures you because you are not feeling good.
Right.
And it affects the whole system. So skin is like your mirror. Like it's just
Hmm.
reflecting what's happening inside and it's participating in it. And the reason why it's reflecting it outside is for you to see. So
Hmm.
the emotional state affects the immune system. As we said, the stress increases cortisol, and the body doesn't know if you're going through a fight or flight response, if you're fighting or running
Sure.
away. But again, it suppresses the immune system in that case. An immune system influences your skin. Immune system influences your mind, your mental status. And in return, your mental status impacts the immune system. So it is a
Right.
two-way street, right? So
Yes.
I believe when you're emotionally off balance, your body knows, your skin knows, your mind knows, and that's how it shows up. So when it comes to, you know, true wellness, what is it then? It's about calming your inner environment to me, and that helps reducing these chronic inflammatory triggers, hormone balances, and especially practicing some restorative rituals like calming
Yes.
yourself down, taking 5 minutes, even go into a room and yell to the wall. That sometimes helps,
Right.
right? And you're
Getting
like,
it out,
"Whoa!"
expressing it. Yes.
Yeah, express it, release the energy out, because
That's right.
with that, you are releasing the overloaded energy, let's say. And
Yes.
then it's all connected. So when one part is ignored, if you ignore your mind, or if you ignore the pressure on your soul, then
Mhm.
rest will always find a way to peak and speak up and say, "You got to help me. Something is wrong."
Yes. Oh, I love it so much. This is what I talk about all the time. And I think when we were created, we were supposed to be paying attention to all the parts. And we've spent a lot of time compartmentalizing each one of those parts, even though they're still talking to each other and they're still expressing all of that. And so I appreciate you putting those into your words. I That was awesome. I love it. Also, you probably can see my super red cheeks, and I break out in hives every single time I do a podcast because I get super nervous, and it's just I get excited and nervous. So it's something that's happened for me all the time. But in my normal day to day life, I don't have that. And so anyway, that's part of the skin reaction that my body is
Yeah,
saying, hey, there's stuff going on, you're nervous, and are we going to run away, are we going to fight, are we freezing? No, I'm just going to push through it and get over myself. That's
yeah.
basically
And can you imagine the pressures we are being exposed to every day at work and daily lives, and as women, like children, all that? That's a lot of stuff.
It's a lot of stuff, and hormones, and
Oh yeah,
especially as we age and the decrease of hormones, all of that stuff is happening to me right now. So yeah, that's great. Okay, so define healing to me. You've kind of talked about that. And how does it pertain to both the scientific and the personal lens that you're
sure.
looking through?
So the healing to me, and I'm preaching to myself here, by the way, is
That's right.
restoration of balance. Okay, so as women in this society in general, we've been pushed a lot to do a lot. So everything gets out of balance because you have to do, I don't know, extra work. You need to stay at work and overwork, or come home, do the chores, deal with kids. Everything is out of balance. So healing, if you can restore that balance, that starts. So scientifically, on an immunological point of view, healing is resolution to me. So when the inflammation, chronic inflammation resolves, the tissue regenerates. The cells have a time to regenerate, and the immune pathways recalibrate and go to the balance. So even for the, like, how acute inflammation, it goes up, cleans up the stuff, goes down, starts healing, right? And it really
Hmm.
reaches to its regular balance, as we call it, homeostasis. So body always yearns for balance.
That's
That's
true.
the natural state, the homeostasis. So, but emotionally and personally, healing is when the body and the soul are no longer in survival mode, saying, "I need to do this, I need to do that. Oh my God, something is chasing me." The fight and flight response. If you're constantly in the survival mode, the healing is not going to happen. So sometimes healing doesn't mean going back to the things that were. It means moving forward in a stronger, more integrated, more grounded way. It's as much as letting go, and as it is about repairing, both on a body level and a soul level. So also, to me, healing process is sometimes returning to yourself and say, okay, I passed through all these challenges and all these lessons. Like, we needed more from the universe. We get lessons every day from the universe, right?
Yes, we do.
But that is to return to yourself and say, okay, where am I at now? What can I let go? What can I ground myself in? And what did I learn? So I don't have to repeat the same class again.
Hmm. Yes.
So, of
Yeah.
becoming this whole again, going back to the whole again,
Hmm.
even if you have to rewrite your story, is a good thing. So it's not about erasing the pain, it's about integrating it and saying, okay, this happened. Boo hoo. Yeah, it happened. It was bad. but why did it happen? And how did it happen? And what can I do not to make it happen again? What did I
Right.
learn from it? So letting it
Yes.
teach you and then letting it go. So in the context of skin and health, this is the spiritual part, right? Healing
Yes.
isn't about looking perfect. I want to like underline this part because this our current society and the social media is pushing, especially the younger generation, saying that your skin needs to look perfect, it needs to be fixed. Nothing has to be fixed, nothing has to look perfect. It's not about looking perfect, it's about looking healthy and feeling healthy and
Yeah.
balanced and feeling that
Yeah.
wellness and well-being. And it's also about feeling supported, safe and strong in your string, literally and both metaphorically. So that's what healing means for me.
That's, I mean, thank you. I can't put it in any other way that's so meaningful. Thank you. I say a lot of times, people will say the perfect thing, and I'm like, you know what? You show up today, that's perfect. You
Yeah.
know, you did it. You're here. It's perfect. And it doesn't have to look any other way. It's not, don't compare yourself. It doesn't have to look like somebody else's. It's yours. So just own that part, right?
Yeah.
And thank you. That's amazing. Well, I want to hear about AveSeena. So tell me about it. Tell me a little bit about what we can expect and why is it so amazing and your journey a little bit on it. Tell me about that.
Sure. So, Avicina, as I explained before, started from my personal need, actually, and from my passion in sharing the science, because everybody says we're a scientific brand, but they don't have one scientist on their board, not one. And I'm like, well, there's only Shiseido I love, for example, one of the big companies. They have a
Hmm.
really good immunology department, and I love them for the research they do. And kudos to them. But that's the thing: you need to have your research done. So Avicina was born from that need, and also from this one as well. I have a very busy life, and I'm sure everybody does. And I'm not rich enough to spend all that money on 10 different products to solve 10 different problems on my skin. Okay.
Right.
And it's bad for you. Like, leave alone the economical part. But when you think about you're touching your face every time, like 10 times, you know what happened during COVID?
Yep.
Everybody broke out. And same thing, like the Korean 10-step skincare. I did that because I was curious. Is it working? I broke out so badly. It took me a month to fix my face. I'm not kidding
Yeah.
you. Acne, 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 acne everywhere. It wasn't good. So a good formulator can design a good cream that has all the hero ingredients needed to solve several problems on the skin, several challenges. So that is what we did with Avicina. You don't need five creams, you just need one. You don't need five eye creams to solve puffiness, dark lines, I don't know, dark circles, all that stuff. That is also
Sure.
signs of inflammaging. You can have one product. So what does that do? You end up with only one product and one drop, which solves the problems, right? It's
Yes.
easy. You don't have to think which cream was I using, which eye cream I'm going to use for this.
Yeah.
Oh, should I do this? Should I don't have the time. I just want like cream is here, serum is here. Okay, eye cream is here. I'm done.
Right.
And I just want to go to bed after that. And I'm sure everybody wants that.
Yes.
Um, it's doable. But in the 80s and the 90s, these big
Yes.
conglomerates pushed us up. You have to have this hero ingredient and put the lowest amount possible in a skincare product, and you had to use it to solve, for example, only dryness. But then what if you had wrinkles and you wanted a solution
Right.
for that? Then you have to get another cream. And what if you had acne? Oh, acne, you need to have another cream. I'm like,
Right.
how many creams are you going to have?
Right.
I mean, the whole
Too
counter
many.
is full,
Can't keep
you know?
track of
And
all of it.
it is not worth it at all. And as Avicina, what we do is we look at the publications on PubMed. That's where all the scientific publications are. So, for
Okay.
example, for niacinamide, those publications clearly indicate that the best percentage and research percentage is up to 5%. So, when your 5% shows the results on the skin, very good, anti aging, anti acne, all that, why do you need 20% in a product? You don't. Or certain brands sells powdered niacinamide. Why do you need pure powdered niacinamide? What are you going to do with it? You know,
I don't
in the
know.
skincare and in life, anything extreme is not good for
Mm,
you.
mm-mm.
Skin strives for balance, mind strives for balance, your soul strives for balance, and long walks on the beach. So, and you can have wine too, but that's it.
It's so true. Thank you. I
You're
appreciate
welcome.
all of that. So we will have everything in the description below because we want to come find you. And so, but if you want to tell me, um, let's see, the website, avesena.com, is
Yes.
that right?
Yes.
Okay.
It's
And
avesena.com, AveSeena.com. And the same name, Avesena, you can find us on Instagram. We have very
yes,
pretty videos and very educational videos on YouTube and Pinterest.
yes,
So you can find us there too. And if you have any
perfect.
questions, just email us and ask us anything about the products. Our customer service is amazing. And sometimes I answer the questions, the scientific
Oh,
ones,
that's great.
because that's what we do. We want to give you
That's
the
what we
best
do.
information possible.
That's awesome. Thank you so much for your
Oh, thank
time.
you.
And this is perfect. This has been perfect for my listeners, and I really appreciate you. And also, I can't wait to try it. So, thank you so much.
Oh, you're
Thank you.
welcome.